Hello, everyone. It's Greg Giglio, principal of Homestead High School, and this is our weekly video for May 6th, Friday, May 6th. We are getting down to the end of the year here. Just a few of these are left in the year, so definitely counting down. Let's get started. We have our shout outs and recognitions. First off, I just want to give a congratulations out to Graham Clark, who was named as our new superintendent. If you hadn't heard that announcement already, there is a Homestead connection there, as he was the principal here prior to me, and from years 2004 to 2013. Then he went to the district office. So congratulations to Graham. Looking forward to working with him and keeping the district moving in a great direction. And so in that matter too, I want to just give a shout out to Polly Bovey, who is our retiring superintendent. She'll be here through the end of June. But she actually also has a Homestead connection. She started here in the 80s as an assistant principal. And there are some folks that she hired while she was here that are still here. So definitely has her thumbprint on our campus, not only in the building she's been doing, but in some of the staffing and that kind of thing. So also just want to give a big shout out to there's a bunch of students that are getting green and white awards from their teachers. And so someone asked the other day, what is a green and white award? So I just thought I would give a quick little announcement about that. Green and white awards are departmental awards that are decided upon by the teachers in the departments. And they have a lot of different criteria. Some have things like most improved or hardest worker or various other titles in between there, fights through challenges or resilient or, creative, those kinds of things. So if your student is receiving a green and white award, that is a good deal. It's something that we would encourage them to put on their brag sheets when they're applying to college, or put on resumes when they're applying for jobs. Like summer work, that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a feather in their cap, because it means they've been recognized among their peers by their teachers. So again, congratulations to all those folks who received green and white awards or are still receiving green and white awards. Actually, this is one of the first times we had no questions or concerns submitted. So I'm going to actually do a lot of talking about some of the big things that are coming up, a lot of senior stuff happening. So hope I don't bore some of the other folks, but if you don't have a senior, please still listen, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and you might want to just know what this is when your student is a senior. So, but anyway, I just want to give an announcement about a child abuse prevention presentation that's being hosted by the YWCA. It is on the 12th of May at 6 p.m. It is online. So if you register at that address right there, again, pause the video and copy that down, or if you click on the PowerPoint that I include with the email blast, you'll be able to go right directly to the link. So basically the presentation is for parents or caregivers. It's about how to support your students, how to protect them, how to report incidents, some resources in case unfortunately, if you're ever in a situation like that. And there will be a time for questions and answers at the end. So again, if you get a chance to do that, that sounds like it's a great presentation. So I hope you get a chance to check that out. Here is the start of a lot of our senior information. So again, on kind of looking at this from the big level, here are the big things that are happening. We have our senior awards that are in person on 5/25. So that's kind of one of the first big senior celebrations coming up. The last day of instruction for seniors is the very next day, Thursday, May 26th. They do not do finals with the rest of the school. They finish up because, again, we need to know that they're graduating. We need to know if there's some kids who have some last minute Hail Marys they need to pull off. So that gives us a little bit of time. It also gives us time to get them checked out, which happens the very next day. Again, the seniors are not going to class on the 27th, but they do come at an appointed time and check out, where they turn in. Well, I'll go over that in just a minute. The 30th then is a holiday, so everybody has a day off. But once we come back, seniors are practicing. They have graduation practice on the 31st, the 1st and the 2nd. Ms. Hannigan will be sending out information and about specifically what times they need to be there, what they need to bring, that kind of stuff. But again, I'll go into more detail in a minute. The senior celebration, which again used to be called the baccalaureate, but it's not a religious ceremony, which is why it's now called senior celebration. It's never been a religious ceremony for us, to be honest, but that's always the name they've used. It's happening on Tuesday, May 31st. Then you see graduation ceremony is at 5 o'clock on June 2nd. The gates will be opening at 3:30. So again, you plan accordingly to get here and be able to park. Grad night party is being hosted by the PTSA is on that same night after the graduation ceremony. Please sign up for that. I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but definitely looking forward to getting a lot of kids to go. That's sort of the last time to hang out with the class of seniors. So again, going back to the senior awards, there are invitations that are going out. You do not need tickets to get to it, though. It will be at 6 p.m. in person in the large gym. We do tend to get a lot of people. It tends to get a little bit hot, so just kind of plan accordingly there. There's no AC in the gyms. There's just air blowers. So again, no tickets needed. Seating is limited to bleachers. And again, once those are taken up, it's kind of standing room only. We tend to pack the bleachers, so you should be able to at least get a seat. There'll be plenty of opportunities for you to get photos of your students as they receive awards and afterwards. So again, feel free to stay afterwards and take some more photos. Again, as I mentioned, the senior finals and checkout. So senior finals start that last week of school. Some classes do them even a little bit earlier, but what we call that week of 5/23 is the senior final. So it's a regular schedule. They go to classes. Their last day of class, like I said, is the 26th. They don't come on the 27th. They do have to check out. That is a big important part of it. They can't go through graduation practice. They can't graduate until they've checked out. So they will it's time for them to turn in remaining books or items or uniforms or whatever they might have. Pick up their CUME files, which is that thing we used to call the permanent record. You actually get to copy that and take that home. Actually, not a copy of it, the actual file itself. So you'll take that home. You also pick up things like your graduation caps and gowns. So again, that's a big important day. Graduation practice, as I said, are those 3 days, the 31st, 1st, and the 2nd. You should and must attend all of the practices in order to walk. Again, there's a lot of things that go on. Sometimes we change things up because we realize something's overbalanced or underbalanced. And so we definitely are adjusting things as we go along. We try to have it earlier in the morning, but it can get hot there as well too, because you're out on the field and there's really no shade. So on those days, dress accordingly, wear hats, bring some sunscreen, bring some water, all that good stuff. And students will be picking their walking partners during checkout. So again, pay attention to that for the checkout, but that's also a fun thing that students, that's probably one of the hardest things that we try to do is line everybody up and get everybody in the right seats and make that happen. So there you go. Graduation ceremony, as I said, starts at 5 o'clock. Grades are going to be opening at 3:30. At least that's the time right now. If that changes, I'll let you know. No tickets will be needed, but there is also no reserved seating, and it is unlimited guests. But again, if you bring 50 people, realize that's going to be hard to get all 50 people together and all 50 people in you're going to have to come in multiple cars. So just understand we will be streaming the ceremony online. So pay attention for the details of that. It'll be a free stream, so you won't have to pay for that or anything like that. You'll just need to log in and be able to see it. We do have ADA parking, which will be available in the access road, which is that road between the stadiums and the campus. So that will be closed off for any other parking, just ADA parking. So make sure you have your ADA placard and we'll let you in there. No other parking goes there. We will also have golf carts running around and having some of our staff drive people around. So if in the off chance that maybe you don't have a placard, but someone might need some help getting to the stadium, we can actually help with that. So if you need somebody, flag down a staff member and they will help you with that. Again, you should be parking in the staff or student lot, and it's limited. It is always super hard. So if you can get dropped off or even walk or somehow alternately get there, maybe that's biking. I wouldn't suggest skateboarding unless you're practiced at that. But just know that it is limited there. So it gets pretty difficult to park. And as it's even hotter than it is a graduation practice because it is the end of the day. So again, no shade out there, little to no shade. So please plan accordingly. Please bring water. There will also be water there to buy. That kind of stuff. So, and that's a fundraiser for the PTSA. So we're not making money off you. Just don't worry about that. Again, we ask though, when you come, please be, mindful of the people around you. People want to come and see their students and hear their students' names. So we ask that you don't have artificial noisemakers, that kind of stuff. Use your voice, shout and yell all you can. But also be careful of those signs that may block somebody's view. A lot of people like to bring those fat head things or umbrellas or whatever, and it gets in the way, or balloons, and people can't see what's going on. So please just be mindful that we're sharing the stadium. We're trying to get everybody in there and get everyone to see their special moment in the sun there. And be sure to ask your student what side of the stage they will receive their diplomas from. That can help you determine where you might want to sit, so you can get pictures or capture them, coming off, or wave to them or whatever. So that is an important piece. So that's something to ask them once they pick their walking partners, where or what side, left side or right side. That'll be super helpful for you and for them. Again, grad night. This is a fun event. It's not a school event. It is a PTSA event, and the history of it goes way back to the old, safe and sober graduations, where trying to make sure that our kids are safe. We don't want to have any accidents. We don't lose anybody on this special night. And so they go all year long and plan these really great events. Tickets are still available. The price is now up to $200. That may sound like a lot, but it is a full night. They take you in the evening, and you don't get dropped off back to the next morning. So they are literally overnight party, all night party. There'll be food there. There'll be, non-alcoholic drinks, obviously. There'll be activities, games, music, all kinds of fun stuff. Now the venue is a secret location. That's part of the mystery of it. It's also there for safety as well too. But they will be taken there. They get to stay there, do their stuff, and then they'll be brought back to campus, that is. But if you really want some more information, you'd like to buy some tickets, you can go to the website, the PTSA page on our website. And again, if you go to the parent portal that's up at the top, click PTSA when you get to that parent site. Then look for the header that says Grad Night Party 2022, and they will gladly sell you a ticket. They're looking to get as many people as possible there. It really helps make the experience great. And again, it is sort of the last chance for folks to be together as the class of 2022. So I hope you all get a chance to do that. And I know people have been working really, really hard. And they're also doing a lot of fundraisers for it too. So there's boba sales after school, that kind of stuff. So please keep your eye and ear out for those, because it's getting hot and you might need a boba. That takes us all the way down to our important dates. And I've pretty much said a lot of these already, so I'll just highlight a few of them. AP exams are continuing. That ends next week. We will have some COVID testing at Homestead on the 9th. We don't get that again until the 23rd, in case you're planning ahead. But if you want it more convenient, again, it's at other sites. So if you go to our website, you'll be able to see that, or look at that email I send out every Friday that talks about the number of cases. It's listed there as well. There is a PTSA general meeting coming up on the 18th, so please keep your eye out for that and sign up for that. Senior ball is on the 20th. What else do we got there? And I think I've talked about everything else there: the awards, the no school on the 30th, senior celebration, and finals, graduation, all that good stuff. So again, this is an exciting time of year. We're done. This is very few days. We encourage everyone to be here to enjoy the fun and celebration. We look forward to celebrating with all of you as we end this year. So again, thank you for listening in. Please send me your comments and questions. I will still be doing this for a couple more weeks, probably with just more information if there aren't any questions. But hope you all have a great day and a lovely Mother's Day this weekend. So again, congratulations to all the moms out there. Take care.